At the other end of the country, another SCOME project has been running, but with a very different focus.
What we need to do is we need to grab a load of pictures so that you know basically the dimensions and how it looks, because you need to make it look the same in the virtual world as it looks in the real world. This is the Skinning Grove jetty, and it was built with the slag from the actual steelworks. And it's fallen into disuse because the ships no longer come in. But in talking to the community here in Skinning Grove, they wanted to bring the jetty back to its former glory and use it for tourism purposes. So then the idea came about that one of the ways to vision how that would look would be to build it in virtual reality. We'll use the other pictures you took as a guide for us to build the virtual jetty. So the process will be to build something that looks like that, and then the textures that you took of the brickwork on the side will apply to the virtual jetty, and it should look pretty much like that. So now this is the real, we're going to build the virtual, okay?
We approached the Eston City Learning Centre because the students were interested in making a film about engineering, and we got a phone call back saying that Teesside University were running a Second Life virtual reality project about Skinning Grove, and we're looking for people to approach, and we were like, yes, definitely, yes please count us in. And it kind of snowballed from there really.
So we're here today at the Redcar Cleveland City Learning Centre to take the pictures you took yesterday and what you learned last week about building in Second Life to build the jetty. They're applying something they've learned into a real, it's strange to say real because it's a virtual world, but it is a real application. Now, where on earth could you give a bunch of youngsters a space to build Skinning Grove jetty with some stairs going up to it out into the sea? You know those pictures you took yesterday, and the simplest way to get them into the computer is to stick it into your USB port, and we'll be able to grab the pictures that you took yesterday. So it's from these pictures that we're going to grab the texture that we apply to the side of the jetty.
We find that our students are very eager to take on information we give them, but they're less eager to actually go out and research things themselves and promote themselves. So it's a really good opportunity to say, right, this is some individual learning. You need to learn the skills. You can bring the skills back, potentially teach staff, potentially teach students, and take it into skill sets other than the ones that they've been working on themselves for their futures.
We're drawing the jetty so we can reconstruct it in Second Life. This is like the entrance to get onto the jetty, and that's the walkway. This is where all the like fishing area is, and that's the mini jetty.
I want to be an architect, so it helps me design. Because if you just start by building it straight off, then you don't, if something goes wrong, you don't know how to rectify it. But on a computer, if something goes wrong, you can fix it.
I'll explain to you what we're going to do now. James, I want to give you some money. Not real money. To upload your texture costs 10 Linden dollars, which is only about a penny, but if you look at the top right-hand corner of your Second Life clients, have you got any money? No. Can you recognise where I am in Shone Park? Yeah? Do you want to make your way to this terrace and I'll give you some money? Build yourself a fairly big block there. Oh, this is where I'm totally out of my depth because I've just figured this out now, so can I leave you messing with this? It's quite a useful learning tool for me to let James loose on it and mess about with it and use his intuitive approach to it. And if he figures out how to do it, he can tell me and then I'll know.
We have some students who are very confident in working by themselves, but they're not so good working in a group, and I've seen a change in the classroom situation of group work. One of the brightest students we have tends to hide his work from the others because he doesn't want them to be copying it, whereas now he's taking more of a sharing role and he's actually sort of saying, no, you want to do it this way, and he's taking on more of a teaching thing. So it is nice to see how the skill sets are changing and how they're working better with each other really through it.
Right, there's some maths in here, isn't there? 5 steps, yeah. What is the maths that's going on here? How high is that going to be? 0.5.
It's going to be 3.25.
Now we're just readjusting the size of it so that it fits onto the main jetty itself properly. And then we'll build the second, the third and the fourth and the fifth step so that they're all exactly the same width and height, but they'll all be going up in steps.
It's better than just a drawing because then, well, once you've drawn it, you can put it onto a 3D world and see how it would look in real life as well. So it's more of an insight.
There you have it, virtual engineering.